And good morning, everyone. Welcome back to NeelyFX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, prop firm trading, and hopefully making money at a lot of these. I'm an aspiring prop firm trader with a funded prop firm trader with AUDUSD Capital of London, England, and as well as trading my own personal accounts. Let me see. But the reason why I say hopefully is because this is not a guaranteed thing. This is not something where you can just put money in it and come back to it in 6 months later and see how much money you got. That's not how Forex works. Forex is up and down. It's an active trading environment. You have to be involved with it. And the best way to be involved with it is to be involved with it every day. So with that, let's go ahead and even on Saturdays. I like to review the markets on Saturdays to see what happened, see what kind of took place. So with that, let's go ahead and get into the risk disclaimer screen since we're going to be talking about real markets, real trades, and the like. Let's see. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I'm a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. Only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. Excuse me. Excuse me. I'm just a little bit under the weather today. The CFTC risk disclosure goes like this. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. Before trading Forex, consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. And, well, let's go over here and let's see what happened. We've been waiting for a lot of things to take place in the market. One of them is the unwinding of the yen carry trade. So let's see what happens over here. And if you'll notice down here in this corner, it is minus 2 degrees outside. That is not what we wanted to see, but minus 2 degrees over here. We don't want to look at that. So isn't that fascinating? Yes, it's cold where I live. No, I don't live in Iceland. I live in the United States. But here we have or Greenland. Here we have the DXY. It's much colder in Greenland. The DXY, look what we have here. Giant sell-off. But the curious thing about this giant sell-off is that the bond yield did not drop as much. As a matter of fact, it caught a little grounding right there at resistance at 4.23. Now the weekly, let's go back out to the weekly chart on this and see how far this bond yield could go. I understand there's speaking of Greenland, a big sell America trade going on, especially from the European countries, selling American anything and just dumping American anything because we apparently want Greenland for strategic reasons. Same reason that the Russians own Novaya Zemlya. But the reason why the Russians own Novaya Zemlya is because it's theirs. Let's see. Here's the... don't really see any pullback. Don't really see any big jump in the U.S. dollar bond yield. What we do see is a big jump in the British bond yield. And I'll explain why that's important a little bit later. So we do have a big jump in the British bond yield as well as the 10-year Japanese, about the same. At any rate, let's get back into the important parts. Let's get into the DXY. Enough of the whys. We don't really care about the whys because we trade what we see and not trade what we think we see. That's the weekly. Let's get back out to the daily. I'll do weeklies tomorrow in tomorrow's video. But this is what it looks like. Threatening this key support level down here at 97.32. If it breaks that, it could go further south. If it does, then we're looking at a strong support right here at 96.63, and if it goes below that, then we're going to see probably $160 British pound, maybe $130 on the euro, maybe. Right now it's at 118. So we've got a lot of weird things going on. All of a sudden, a lot of action coming up this next week. Not for maybe for geopolitical reasons. Why? Again, I don't want to get into the whys because the whys are not what we're here for. We trade what we see, and we see what we trade. Something like that. But at any rate, it's what we've got in the euro versus the British Pound being the stronger of the two. So we'll keep that in mind with our trading. Although it is coming right back down to the support level at 86.70. Euro versus the dollar. Look at it go. Broke support there, broke daily support, broke this high right here at 118, so it's at 118.30, and looks like it's got some more to go. This 4-hour trend line that I've drawn right here has long been since been invalidated. I'll take it off the chart tomorrow when I draw new trend lines. This trend line is also toast. That's my daily, isn't it? Oh, it's my weekly resistance trend line. Oh, weekly resistance trend line. So it's coming back above the weekly resistance trend line, so we'll see if that turns into support. But it has broken out. Next high stop is going to be about right here, maybe 118.68. And again, I don't know why that's critical level, so I got that out of one of the videos with the guys from Forex.com, either James Stanley or Michael Boutros. But we've also got this, look at this MACD right there. That is looking like prime buy territory, and it's not yet overbought. So the dollar, the euro versus the dollar is something to get into. The euro dollar is something completely different. But the euro versus the dollar is might be a good place to get into. Look at that. Big sell off here with the yen versus the dollar. Got kind of a thorn in my side about this. I'll show you a little bit later. So here's the dollar versus the yen. I've been waiting for the carry trade to unwind for a long time. There's a bunch of chatter on social media about the carry trade unwinding, and I chewed up my account to the tune of about $3,000 in 2022, waiting for the this guy that I was listening to this guy on social media who sounded good, sounded like he knew what he was talking about. I was talking about the unwinding of the carry trade, of the Japanese yen carry trade. Now that the BOJ is raising rates and we are cutting rates, in theory, then that means that we're going to have a big sell-off on the yen pairs, on the dollar versus the yen. So that could be a precursor of that. If that is going to be, then we have another 800 pips to go right here before it starts completely selling off, and possibly even more south than that. Again, Japan is unwinding a 30-year monetary policy that has not worked out so great. It worked out great in like the 90s and the 80s, but then, well, not the 90s, but the 80s it did. But since then, guess what? The world's changed. Pound versus the dollar. Look at that. On dollar weakness, we want to play the pound, go bullish on the pound, and it is already threatening this level right here at 136.50. If it breaks that, then the next stop is going to be somewhere. We'll be up here at 137.24, and then after that, it's could be 145. So we want to watch that, watch the British pound versus the dollar, and possibly get a piece of that. But anyway, there's so many trades that are developing right now that you can't trade them all. You got to just pick your favorites and go with it. Here's one of my favorites: pound versus the yen. That's the weekly. This is very important. This is very, very important. Let's look at this. Got a bullish candle on the weeklies, and then we look at the dailies. Bullish candle on the weeklies, and right here we have the dailies. 200 pip sell-off yesterday. Even Henry's impressed by that. Now, what that means is that a 200 pip sell-off is really nothing for the pound versus the yen. I had a trade in here, and about 10 o'clock I canceled the trade because I couldn't monitor the trade, and I'm kicking myself now because that would have been a very, very profitable trade for me. But I wasn't prepared to. I wasn't in the office, so I couldn't watch the trade the way I like to watch the trade, and it did not work out for me because I closed the trade early. I didn't lose money on that one. I lost money expecting silver to break 100 yesterday. Get to that in just a minute. And in the mornings, during the London session, that's the critical part. During the London session. So let's go to the euro versus the pound. OU versus the yen, rather. And again, equal sell-off there, which means we're probably going to have some long-term intervention. That or the markets just got spooked by intervention. I'm not sure which. But if the Japanese are starting to intervene with their currency, then that means we could see it retrace back down here to 175 on that. Or looking for about 1,000 pips. Last time they started intervening with their currency, and they don't tell you they're doing it. They just do it, and the markets react. Dollar versus the Canadian. Look at that, down about 100 pips on that one on the day. High low, yeah, right at 100 pips, 106 pips. That would have been a mighty nice trade right there. We'll see if it holds at 136.72, and if not, then it's going to be headed down quite some ways. But that is the level we're going to be watching is 136.70. See if it breaks that. Canadian versus the yen right here. Again, big sell-off, which indicates that the Japanese, the BOJ is doing something with their markets and the currency in the bond markets. It could be that's one thing. That's just part of it that's just esoteric to me. It's not esoteric, but it's I have to sit down and think about it for a minute. Let's see, oil. Oil is perking up a little bit, up to 61. Again, not a whole lot to write about on the oil market. Aussie versus the dollar. Whoa. Flirting with 69. With 69 cents to the dollar. How about that? So the euro versus the yen is, the Aussie versus the dollar is taken off. Let's make that a more profitable trade. Gold. Gold is glittering. Look at that. I got into this trade right around here, I guess, and closed it up profitably, but I don't think I closed it up much less than that. So I did get a little bit of profit back on that board after chewing up my account a little bit yesterday, trading silver when it was churning, when it was eating up accounts, eating up small guys like me. We're at platinum. Platinum is up to 27.41. Again, that's an all-time weekly close high on that one. Silver, there you have it, 103. $1.03, and that is a mighty impressive wick right there. That is a $4 move, $7 move. Sorry. Opened around 96. I was in it around the middle, around 99, and it started churning right before it broke out to 103. So that was a trade that I was not able to manage, and got out of it because I was churning my account. I was tearing up my account. So I did not blow the prop firm trading account yet. I'm not doing fantastically on it. However, I now have some direction in the markets. We're looking at the Japanese yen selling off, so I can correct this and correct this. Get a couple more trading days in there, and then we're talking about becoming a profitable trader. Right now, I'm 61% negative on silver and 39% negative on gold. I think we're going to see $5,000 gold this next week. So again, that's not a guarantee at all. That's my speculation. I'm at 28,000 on the account. It needs to be 31.50 before I win the account. So I got a long ways to go. I need to get a 10% win. Now I have to get a 10% win to win where I was supposed to have a 5% win. So I'm super excited about getting that done on Sunday and Monday, and turning this into a funded account. And then I will have a $30,000 funded account, my first funded account, and then I'll probably buy another one shortly thereafter for $7,500, somewhere in that ballpark. But I'm looking forward to that. What else have we got going on? Other than that, that is really all I've got. We'll draw some new trend lines tomorrow and look at some new support levels, support and resistance level. This is it's not clear where silver's going to go, considering that. Better yet, let's go up here and see what the Shanghai silver price is. And there's one site that I'm looking at for that, and it's goldsilver.ai. And they're looking at $111 an ounce. So we still have a $12 premium, almost a $13 premium on that. Between the Chinese silver price and the American silver price. So we're looking at big fun in silver. Silver's going to keep going. I heard a interview yesterday that was talking about silver, that there's approximately 400 times the amount of paper chasing 1 ounce of silver right now. So that's they priced silver realistically at $250 an ounce. Now, if that's the case, these things just got real special. But if that, but you know, we will see what happens with that. But who knows? Maybe I won the lottery when I started buying silver 3 years ago. But at any rate, that would be fantastic. In the meantime, that's about all I've got for today. If you like this channel, then by all means, like the channel. Hit the thumbs up button. If you want to see more of these channels, or more of these videos, then subscribe to the channel, and we'll get YouTube will send you more notifications of when I make more of these videos, which right now is about every day, because this also serves as my trading journal. You know, it allows me to reflect on what I did wrong, what I did right. Here we have 2 that went wrong and 1 that went right, and stuff like that. So in that case, that is about all I've got for today. You guys have a great one. Also, if you have any comments, feel free to comment below, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. So you guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye. No.